Welcome to Season 2 of Airhead Institute, your 45-minute power-up at noon, Eastern. This isn't just another class. It's your daily edge in the AI revolution. From side hustles to scam protection, from ChatGPT hacks to the rise of the machines. We're breaking it all down, fast, fun, and fearless. You don't need to be a tech genius. You just need to show up. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI will. Let's get into it.
Hey, welcome to Season 2, everybody. Nice video there, Junior. Good work on that.
Teamwork.
Welcome to the Airhead Institute show, broadcasting live Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. I'm AI Johnny, joined by today's musical director and co-host, AI Junior. Today, a little out of breath. Today, we're diving into episode 1 of the AI Toolbox Tuesday with a spotlight on Suno.com and the exciting world of AI music creation. Kicking things off, we'll break down the basics of AI tool types for beginners. We're going to talk about text-to-text, text-to-images, and so forth, so you know exactly what is in the AI toolbox. And then we're zooming into the various text-to-audio tools with a deep dive into Suno.com. And we'll give honorable mentions to SoundDraw, Music Hero, and some others. Perfect for creating songs or soundtracks. We'll demo Suno's simple and custom modes live, showing you how to create an upbeat pop song and a folk tune with AI Junior's Jamaican flair. Plus, we'll allow you to choose a Suno song to play, produced by yours truly, AI Johnny himself, straight from my personal AI collection. So grab your creativity and let's make some AI-powered music magic today. Here we go.
Well,
So rather than throw it over to you, Johnny, I'll certainly introduce you. Why don't you say hello, and then we'll throw it back to me, and we'll talk about AI tool types.
definitely. Johnny, I love the announcement in the nice bold shirt. You know, the sequence. I love it. You know, season 2 kicked off with a bang. I was looking at the actual audience members, and we actually see the members today. And I saw Suzette's face when she saw the video for the first time for season 2 kick off. It was exciting, wasn't it?
We should tell our audience
Incredible.
Go ahead.
The video
We
was
improve
the
by
trailer
1% every day.
Just wanted to say the trailer was incredible, guys. I mean, we were, I don't know. I know if Sue looked surprised, you should have seen me. I almost passed out. Great job.
Yeah. What were you saying, Sue? That's trying to find the
So I'll tell you,
mute button.
Can everybody hear okay?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that was so exciting. It's fresh and it's really, really, really looking good.
Yeah, the aim is to actually
Great.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Keep improving, right? So Junior and I have committed to improving our show by 1% every day. And the difference between yesterday's show and today's show, that's the 1%. So imagine if you compound that tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, we'll have quite a show. But Junior and I are getting better at it. For those of you that saw how out of breath I was when I was reading the thing, this is a live show, and we had about 2 minutes to go. And I said, you know what, buddy, I got to have a cup of coffee. And I ran downstairs to get the cup of coffee, and it's a Keurig, and it was out of water, so I had to get the water and pour it in there, and then I had to get the cream and the sugar, and I had to be back here in 2 minutes. And when I could hear that girl in the new video, as I was running up the stairs, I knew I was going to make it. But I'm telling you, I'm a little winded.
Yeah. So we can
Glad
give
you
you. Did you get the cup of coffee or did not?
I got the cup of coffee, brother.
That's awesome. That's all that matters. I love it.
And as you know, there's no logo on that cup. But one day, if we keep applying the 1%, that's going to say AI logo or Airhead, probably Airhead.
Yep, Airhead.
I'm a bit of an Airhead. You're going to find that out today because I'm going to be leading today's class. So for those of you that heard what we said we were going to do in the intro, I want to talk a little bit about the AI tool types. And this is going to be an interactive conversation, so get ready. So there are many ways that you can use AI, and they're broken down into categories. And one of those categories is a thing called text to text. Can anybody give me an example of a AI tool that converts text that I give it into text that it gives me? In either in the comments or in the or just shout it out.
I can give you
I
one,
would think
Johnny. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Shauna.
the chat, whatever it's called, GPT.
Yep.
ChatGPT. That's right.
Sorry,
So
thank you.
I think most people think that that's all AI is, text to text. You can ask it questions and it answers you like a deity. It knows everything. It knows all the knowledge of all humankind, and they ask it things. And, they get a little clever by asking it to write a legal contract or ask it to write something else. But mostly it's text in, text out. And that's not all there is. And that goes for all the large language models. Grok is text in, text out. Claude is text in, text out. Llama is text in, text out. But there's also there's tools out there that are text to image, and we've shown a few of those. Can anybody name even one tool that I type text and it'll produce an image?
That was Grok?
Well, technically, I think you're right, because most of the text-to-text models have adopted the text-to-image as part of it. So if you ask it to produce an image, it knows where to get it. For example, ChatGPT is written by OpenAI, but so is a text-to-image maker called DALL-E, D-A-L-L-E. So if you go to ChatGPT and ask it for an image, it'll actually be using their software DALL-E, but it'll produce an image and it'll show you. And there's Midjourney is a big one. Leonardo is a big one. But there's these programs out there that when ChatGPT was first released a couple of years ago, people were like, have you seen the text to image stuff? And you couldn't get that with ChatGPT. You had to go and sign up for Midjourney and get an account with Discord. Now it's kind of all bundled together. So those are text to image. And then there's text to video. I know you guys can name a couple of text to video, or at least one, right? What's a text to video tool? I put in text, it gives me back video.
Vio.
Right now. And there's others, right? What are some of the other ones that we use that do? Midjourney has a great text to video now, right? In fact, it's less expensive and it's arguably just as good. Kling AI is a great text to video. So and now there's a thing out there that's just text to audio, which we're going to touch on a little bit today. And that's you type in text and it produces audio. And that can be broken up into a couple of different things. One is like, hey, I just need you to convert this text to speech so that I can use it as the voiceover for my PowerPoint presentation, or so that I can send it to somebody over email where they can listen to me instead of having to read it, right? So text to audio has that component, but it also has the component where you can go in and you can write songs or write music. Text to audio is not limited only to speech. And so we're gonna talk on how it makes music today. And then there's also some out there just to fill out the circle. And these aren't all, by the way. I'm listing 7 of the categories, but there's more. Image to text. So I can give it an image and it'll convert it to text. Can anybody give an example of how Junior has taken image to text in this class in a couple of weeks? Right? Was your medical records, was that an image? Was that a PDF?
That was a PDF, yeah.
Right. So anytime somebody writes a handwritten note, you can send that up to ChatGPT or Grok, and it'll convert it to text. So image to text is a big area, and then audio to text. So if you take a song and you want to get the lyrics, you can use an audio to text tool. And then finally, something that we'll be using down the road as we especially when we get into our advanced AI, text to code, which is my forte, as I'm a computer programmer with decades of experience. And I would never write a line of code with the competition out there being the large language models. They write much better code. They write it bug-free. The only time you would ever want to rewrite it is if you gave it the wrong instructions or you decided that you needed a tweak. But perfect code every time. Stuff that took me years to write, they write it in minutes. And I've seen examples of it. So text to code. So those are some of the areas. But like I said, today we're going to talk about text to audio tools. And then one such tool is a program called Suno. And if you guys are taking notes, you might want to write down suno.com, because not only is it an AI tool, but it is a fun AI tool. In fact, when I first got into AI, somebody told me about, actually it was Jordan Peterson told me about this great program called ChatGPT that read his book in like 1 second and then wrote a new chapter at the end of it with unbelievably explicit directions. And like 3 seconds later, it came back with a 13th chapter. And I was like, I got to see this. So I went to it and I asked it to write a poem or something. And it came back with this perfect poem. And then I asked it questions, and I asked it questions that had no answer. And it just always just wrote so well that I had fun. And I literally stayed up all night playing with ChatGPT. The next time I had such an experience was when I was first introduced to Suno. And I went into it, and within seconds, it was writing custom songs with music, with lyrics, and writing it using the exactly what I asked it to do. And as I got more detailed, I added more context. The song became even closer. And you'll see later on in this class, I've actually produced, I don't know, half a dozen or more songs that I use all the time. I wrote a song for soldiers that lost their lives in battle. I wrote a song for my 15th wedding anniversary with my wife. I wrote a song to commemorate my 32nd year of sober lifestyle, and several more. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But so Suno generates complete songs, including vocals and instrumentals, from text prompts that describe the genre, the mood, and the lyrics, making it accessible for beginners and professionals alike. And you're looking at it there. There are also some honorable mentions that we're not going to get into today. There's a program out there called SoundDraw that recreates royalty-free music tracks from text prompts by allowing users to customize the genre, the instrument, the tempo. It's ideal for background music or song drafts. There's a program called Avia, which produces original music compositions in over 250 styles from text prompts, suitable for beginners and professionals crafting soundtracks for video or for games. And there's Music Hero, which transforms text descriptions into lyrics, into professional quality songs with customizable styles. I did not use Music Hero to write the lyrics for my songs, but maybe it'll have something more. Little side note, I used the large language models to write my lyrics, and then I used Suno to produce the music, and then I used a program called Veed to take my music, subtitle it, which is, what is it, audio to text, and create like a music video, more like a slideshow with my song playing in the background. And then there's Soundverse, which creates high quality music songs from text prompts, supporting various genres and offering AI assisted lyric creation for easy music production. So Soundverse and Music Hero are also good, not only for creating music, but for creating the lyrics. So it might actually have more to offer than Suno. I have a list of songs. Junior, do you want to play one of these songs now so people can see what the end result will be, or you want to wait till the end?
Let's wait till the end. We can actually see
Okay.
a nice fully fledged one.
Yeah, if we have time, we'll
nice,
play
nice
it. Okay,
demo.
because some of them are like 3 minutes long,
Yep.
and so we might have to cut off early. So let's wait till the end.
Yep.
So I'm going to introduce you to a product called Suno, which is up on the screen right now. And they have a paid version and they have a free version. And the only difference is the paid version gives you access to a few more features, and it gives you tons and tons of credits. Every time you write a song, it uses up 5 credits. If you sign up for free, you get 50 credits every day, which means you can write up to 5 songs. And the reason it's 5 songs instead of 10 songs, because songs are, when you generate a song, it always generates 2 versions of it. So if you give it some lyrics, or you tell it a description of a song, and then you tell it you want it to be a folk song or a Jamaican song or a rap song or country song or whatever, it'll use 5 credits, but it'll build 2 different songs. So you get to choose between song 1 and song 2. So you use up 10 credits. So we're definitely not going to create more songs today because we're showcasing the free plan. The reason we showcase the free plan is because we don't want you guys to spend any money to learn AI. So go into suno.com and do 5 songs a day, and you'll learn it just as good as somebody that dropped the $300 for the year.
Wow.
So we're going to do a simple song. So first thing you do is you log into Suno. free basic plan. We just did that. And now we're going to navigate to the create menu. So on the left-hand side, you'll see home, create, library. Create is the second one. We're going to hit create. And then we're going to see on the top, above all those big text boxes, there's a simple mode and there's a custom mode. So we're going to go into the simple mode. And we're going to demonstrate that first. So one of the things that we can do, and you can make up your own, but I just put in a sample prompt. I don't know if you're reading off the notes, Junior, but create an upbeat pop song about AI Johnny and AI Junior having fun teaching online in the summer. And I didn't even spell it right. If you want to cut and paste that, or just put anything you want in there, but add some personalized stuff so that when we hear the song, we know that it's not just grabbing something offline.
Yeah, you know what?
What do you
Let's
got?
let's yeah, of course. Let's go to the
So
audience
there's
and
the prompt. Is there anything else we want to hit besides play? Okay, so if we just go ahead and hit create, it's going to create an upbeat pop song about AI Johnny and AI Junior having fun teaching online in the summer.
yeah,
So
let's
he's
add
going, yeah.
let's ask the audience. Let's add in one little flair. Sean, I see you actually unmuted. You want to just throw something in?
No, I'm actually looking. I've never seen this app before, and I was thinking, what about those songwriters and their jobs are gone.
Their
But
jobs are gone. You're right.
yeah.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to produce a lot more songs than before. But they're
Yeah.
going to have
Anyway.
they're going to have stiff competition. You don't lose your job to AI. You lose your job to a prompt engineer. So they can
Yeah.
either jump onto Airhead and learn how to do it, or
Yeah.
they can lose their job.
But
Yep.
to think it can write your lyrics just out of what does it put the music there too? I mean, or do you have to tell it what kind of music you need to put in there?
It's going to take about a minute to generate the song. If you want to add more more to the description, do it quick because
Okay.
I don't want to burn up too much time. And then you'll see what it does.
Yeah, I'm not coming up with anything right now. I'm just in awe
That's
of the
fine.
product.
Suzette,
Yeah.
do you have any idea of anything that you want to add to show that it's actually nice and random and it's actually unique? Throw something else. Anything. Cars, Jamaican food, people, anything. Right? I'm gonna throw something in. I'm gonna say, let's talk about you know, happy and selfish. Yeah?
And what?
Happy and selfish.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Jamaican food. We have lots of Jamaicans on the call,
Beautiful.
so right.
Let's see
So
what it comes up with.
do I need to click anything else, Johnny? So I see the audio button here, the
Well,
lyrics
if you
button here.
go ahead and click the audio. I'll show you what that is. It's worth clicking. So you can upload your own audio, or you can record yourself saying what you want it to say.
Hmm.
And then go ahead and click on lyrics.
It's gonna take me to the thing. So we
Oh,
can.
it wants you to upgrade.
Yep.
Okay, so it's got its own lyrics feature too, just like those other two.
Yep.
But just like you said yesterday, every product that sits on top of the large language model is only dumbing down what the large language model can do on its own. Right?
Yep.
It might be adding some contextual stuff in between, but this is a tool that sits above the large language models. And so it's asking you for lyrics, and it's going to ask you for the gender, and it's going to ask you for some other customization stuff. Nothing you couldn't do if you were just sitting right at the large language model. This just makes it a little bit easier for a less sophisticated user, which is what I am when I'm trying to write music, because I have no experience. And I've written some really good songs. I've written a song. One of the songs that I'll show you guys later on is a song that I think Joe Rogan is going to play, helping my friend Bruce Bryan run for president and then in the next election. So anyway, did you hit create?
I did not yet. Go ahead
and hit create. Yep. So if you see what's happening over at the right, notice it's building two songs. And it's even given them names, AI Johnny and AI Junior. And so what'll happen is those songs, while it's creating, it looks like the top one that lit up and the bottom one that lit, you could actually play it while it's creating. So if you hit play now, it'll play that top song, even though we don't even know how long it is. See the other songs below, it has how long it's going to be? Those don't, because he's not done writing it. But if you want to start playing it, you can click the play button and it'll start playing.
AI Johnny with his digital charm, AI Junior coding up an alarm. Aki and Sawfish on the virtual plate, teaching online, we're feeling first rate. Summer heat, but we're cool on the screen, teaching life lessons in a digital scene. Laughing with Johnny, Junior's on fire. Aki and Sawfish fuel our desire. Clicking keys, making knowledge a game. Virtual classroom, never the same. Sawfish sizzling, Aki so bright. Summer days, we're coding all night. AI Johnny cracks a clever joke. Junior's algorithms never go broke. Aki and Sawfish, they keep us strong. Teaching online feels like a song. Summer heat, but we're cool on the screen, teaching life lessons in a digital scene. Laughing with Johnny, Junior's on fire. Aki and Sawfish fuel our desire. Clicking keys, making knowledge a game. Virtual classroom, never the same. Sawfish sizzling, Aki so bright. Summer days, we're coding all night. Students logging in from every shore, learning with laughter, wanting more. Johnny and Junior, partners in rhyme. Aki and Sawfish fuel our desire.
So it took mercy on us. It wrote that song.
With his digital charm,
Are you doing the second one now?
coding up and
Sorry.
Yeah. So there's a second song too, but it's going to sound very similar, but really professional music in the background, totally royalty free, really well written lyrics. They rhyme, and that's if you let it write your lyrics. You can write your own, and it'll. I mean, even if you write bad lyrics, it'll put it to good music, and it'll still sound good. So think about the power of this when there's a special occasion coming up, or you owe somebody an apology and you send it to them as an MP3 that's you singing the apology, and because you wrote exactly what you want. I mean, there's thousands of applications for being able to write songs, and there's you can write songs with video too, but something about songs, man, they drive emotions. And so I love this thing. I go to it all the time. Whenever there's something important, I'm off writing another song, and it takes me less than a day. I go back and forth. I create hundreds of versions. I say, give it to me in a country version, give it to me in a, I've written, if you look at the 7 or 8 songs, and I'll put all of the songs that I wrote in the chat and listen to them at your leisure. But I mean, I've written songs about, I told you some of the ones that I did. And one of them is the song I'm writing for my buddy Bruce, who I think he's going to run for president of the United States at our prompting. And I think he's got a good shot of winning. Do we have time to get into that?
Well, no, I want to
You guys
get.
wanna hear it?
No, the thing is, everything was so hot. I saw the faces of Shauna and Suzette, so I want to get their reactions and bring them in. So, Shauna, Suzette, Mr. Kamal, I know you just jumped in, so you probably didn't hear the song. So since it's hot on the topic, what do you guys think? Based on just what we actually heard about Aki and Salfish in that first version?
It's unbelievable. I mean, didn't know this was possible. I'm gonna write a song.
You're gonna
Yeah.
write a song. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shauna.
and
Go ahead, Shauna.
uh-huh.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, today's Ophelia's birthday, so I'm thinking I should write Ophelia. I sung a song for her this morning, and it was nowhere close. It had no music. It had no, it was a happy birthday song. So now I'm thinking I have to level up my game. I'm going to make a song just for Ophelia's birthday.
You're
And
gonna
yeah, I
do
didn't know that was
Ophelia.
possible. I didn't know that was possible, but I also liked the way it took the throwing in Aki and Sawfish could put a curveball from my perspective into AI generating that song for Airhead Institute, but it didn't do that. It actually got it in context, and it built the song around it, and it was actually just totally
It's genius.
unexpected. Totally
It's
unexpected.
absolutely genius.
Yeah.
It's absolutely genius.
Yeah,
I
so
should just to give you an idea of how easy this software is to use. My 12-year-old uses it to write songs to occupy my 3-year-old. And I'll walk by the bedroom and I'll see the 3-year-old just laughing and crying because every other word is Aspen Fox, which is the 3-year-old's name. So she's like, write a song about Aspen Fox, make it 4 minutes long, which is the limit on this unless you have the paid version. So and the next thing I know, Aspen's just glued to the monitor, just watching a song written custom for her that Hunter, 12 years old, wrote in like 15 seconds. And yeah, I mean, it's going to put a huge damper in the music industry.
Can you drop the information for it in the for us to have access to it?
Definitely. We'll actually drop it.
Website, the name of it. Yeah, because I won't remember where to go
drop it
find
right now.
Yeah.
So it's
And I'm sorry.
Suno.
I see it.
I'm going to go in here and I'm going to drop the
Yeah.
some songs that you can use. They're all Facebook links, but these are some songs that I've written using this tool. And don't click them now because you'll miss the rest of the class. But I mean, it's a phenomenal tool if you want to use music. And later we'll get into text to speech because you're going to want to do voiceovers. As you become proficient in the various AI tools and you understand all their categories, text to audio, audio to text, text to video, and so on. You're starting to learn. You guys are all starting to become AI literate, and AI literacy is the #1 to develop in the world today. And so we're just happy to be teaching it because we're learning
Is it
too.
possible to hear a song?
Of course, we can do that.
Go ahead.
It was a different rhythm, and I'm curious to see how it handled the second, another version, the same.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just copying the information you guys dropped in there as well. Thank you for the links.
Alarm. Acky and selfish on the virtual plate. Teaching online, we're feeling first rate. Summer heat, but we're cool on the screen. Teaching life lessons in a digital scene. Laughing with Johnny, Junior's on fire. Acky and saltfish, fuel our desire. Clicking keys, making knowledge a game. Virtual classroom, never the same. Saltfish sizzling, Acky so bright. Summer days, we're coding all night. AI Johnny cracks a clever joke. Junior's algorithms never go broke.
That's pretty cool. I'm just.
Could I do it in reggae?
A different song,
Well,
really.
I love that question, Shauna. Would you repeat that question? Because Johnny has actually something. So repeat that question, Shauna.
Could I do it in reggae?
You can.
Could it?
So let's move on. So remember where we started. If you're looking at the screen, notice on the top it says simple and custom. So what you're talking about, if you want it to be in reggae or you want it to be in country or you want it to be a animated kid song or something, you would click custom. But another way to do that, go back to simple real quick. Junior, I believe if you click lyrics down below, I don't think it's going to tell you to upgrade. I don't think it's going to tell you to upgrade. Click it.
Oh.
It takes you to custom.
Yeah.
Because custom allows you to put in your own lyrics, right? In simple, you give a description of the song. In custom, you tell it the lyrics. So that means you either have to know the lyrics or you have to create them using another tool like Grok or ChatGPT. So if you go to Grok and say, just stream of consciousness, please write me a song about my day today. I woke up with a headache and I spilled coffee all over the inside of my car and then I got a ticket on the way to work and then I got to work and my boss was telling me that somebody's going to get fired today and it was a horrible day, and write a country song about it. If you put in your real day and a real stream of consciousness, the song that comes out of that is going to, and then by the way, you play it 15 minutes after the incident at work happened, people are going to be like, where did you get that? It's just amazing. But so the idea here is you can go in and you can choose the lyrics, and then if you scroll down,
actually,
it
John,
has styles, right?
actually, Johnny, there's something I didn't recognize here. You don't even have to pass the lyrics. You can just say auto here and it describes your lyrics. So we could actually just take the prompt from here. So, or you want to do the thing that you actually had? So we don't even have
Go
to
ahead and do it.
So let's take this. So Shauna, your quest was you wanted to hear
Yeah, well, only because it has the Ackee and Sawfish, and I thought a reggae vibe for Ackee and Sawfish would seal the deal. So just curiosity if they could do that.
Yeah. So Johnny, what was the prompt for the style? It's in the
The style description is going to be the genre. So you could say Jamaican, or you could say a mix of Jamaican and Japanese sitar if you wanted to.
yeah.
I mean, you could do anything you want here.
So reggae,
So reggae.
reggae, regular reggae, Shauna, or would you like reggaeton or reggae?
You
Just
make slow
Reggaeton.
reggae,
You
fast
can do,
reggae.
you can do reggaeton would be good because it's upbeat. Like why not?
okay, reggaeton.
It's summer vibe, you know? Yeah.
All right. Suzette, you
How did
want
it do on how did it do on generating lyrics? Did you click write lyrics?
it's gonna write the lyrics, yeah.
I've not. What
It says auto.
did you click write lyrics?
No. It's gonna generate the lyrics for me. So it's an auto. So it's describing right now. So it's gonna
Okay,
sync.
so this is a feature I haven't used yet because I always pop in my own lyrics. Okay,
Yeah. All right.
so we're gonna make it reggae. That's it, just plain reggae.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's give it a title because if you go a little further, you can give it a title.
AI theme Airhead theme song, something like that.
Right,
Airhead theme song.
All right, now go ahead
do
and
one.
create that. We can always come back and change. In fact, we're going to come back and change it because we're going to change the genre and see what it does. It's part of this lesson.
Yeah. When I heard the Aki and Saltfish, and the thing is, it used it in context. That's the part that I loved.
Exactly.
So when it actually says Saltfish sizzling and Aki
Yep.
is the desired, that was
How did it
beautiful.
know saltfish is sizzling? You know?
Well, yeah. That was pretty genius because I never expected it to understand the Aki and Saltfish. I threw it for a curveball, so that was really,
Why
really good.
wasn't it boiling? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
sizzling.
Right, because it's supposed to be sizzling, yeah.
Exactly. All right, so we have two versions that we can
Good
actually
point,
start
Sue.
playing. Which one you guys want to play first? One or two?
The first one, sorry, go ahead, Sue. You pick, Sue.
Start from one so we can
Right.
kind of coordinate.
Okay.
Hay only questions when you play. You got the jokes you play. Aki and Saltfish on the screen. Regional life, living a dream. We're coding laughs, we're cooking vibes. Summer heat, we're going live. AI Johnny, I Junior too. Teaching fun, we're breaking through.
Okay, here we go.
That was pretty cool. Let me try the
It's
second
really
one.
good.
So, Junior, I just popped in.
I Johnny flipped the switch all day. AI Juniors got the jokes to play. Aki and Saltfish on the screen. Teaching online, living the dream. We're coding laughs, we're cooking vibes. Summer heat, we're going live.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
So just to show the versatility of this product, the genre that's gonna drive the music, the background music. The lyrics are gonna try to fit so the music comes first and the lyrics are on top of it. So I just went to Grok and said, give me 3 extremely unusual genres for music, something way out there. It gave me like 11 of them. I just grabbed any 3. So one is called vaporwave, one is called sea punk, one is called freak folk. Freak folk is a quirky blend of folk music with experimental, psychedelic, and avant-garde elements featuring unconventional vocals and instrumental, as heard in artists like Devin Brada Benhar. So if you grab that or anything else instead of reggae, put that in and see what comes out of it.
Before you do that, Johnny, it really didn't do justice to the reggae, though. So can we just? So I think it definitely is. The concept is great, but as somebody who's native, it has like a flute or something. The rhythm is off. That was. It's not bad to move to, but it wouldn't like. It wasn't. You know what did you think? The first one and the second one wasn't really reggae.
That's correct. So I think what we did was we threw it off with reggaeton, and so let's try again with reggae, not reggaeton, and
Yeah. So thank you.
let's
It didn't do it.
let's try
Just
dancehall.
reggae. Ah.
Here's a possible description of what you're saying. Let's see.
Can we just see that first, though, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Are you just going to say 2 words?
Yeah, the styles, just like
Yeah.
it says, catchy female vocals or dubstep. Those are the only things that it's requiring.
Yeah, yeah.
Just look at what I'm posting into the thing.
Okay.
Real native reggae is a vibrant, soulful music genre originating from Jamaica in the late 1960s, characterized by its laid-back rhythms, socially conscious lyrics, and deep cultural roots in Rastafarian philosophy. Put that in for the genre.
Okay, all right, let me play the dancehall one first though.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnny flips the switch
Ooh, that
today.
sounds like
AI
reggae.
Junior's
No,
got
that's
the game
correct.
to play. Aki and Saltfish
Yeah.
on the side. Summer vibes.
Even
we're
accent
on
is
this
there too.
ride. Click back the keys. Let's go all in. Online teaching where the fun begins. Johnny and Junior.
Wouldn't say it's dancehall though, but it's close.
It's not dancehall, but it's more like ska. It's like older, like 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
It's definitely not captured. It's more like what you hear like
Yeah,
a
it's not
festival.
catching
Yeah.
the full reggae
Yeah,
of
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
it.
I'm gonna try what Johnny said though. Let's play this one.
Yeah, yeah. The second one sounded a little bit better.
Flips the switch today. AI
Yeah.
Junior's got the games to
That sounds
play.
better.
Aki
Yeah.
and Saltfish on the side.
Yeah.
Summer vibes, we're on this ride.
Yeah, this sounds more natural.
Click clack the keys, let's go all in. Online teacher where the fun begins.
No, they went into more
Yeah.
rap
Sound
now.
like a Jimmy Cliff song.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're throwing it up. Let's try the Johnny
Yeah, let's try Johnny's
prompt. Yeah,
version. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
it
I
is.
can't believe I thought we were not going to be able to finish 45 minutes today because there was too little to teach. I forgot how addictive this software is. If you
Yeah.
guys go after the class, if you guys go to suno.com, you'll look up and it'll
I'm
be dark.
writing my song today.
I'm going there too. Yeah, Sue, I'm with you.
Yeah, I have to write my song. I have
Sue
it
and
in my
I'm gonna
head
go
already.
arm in arm.
Mhm.
All right, so
Got to get a song
let's
done.
see with Johnny's description. Let's try that.
I'm liking that vibe already.
Johnny Circus humming in the heat of July. Junior's coding rhythm, reaching for the sky. Aki and Saltfish on the.
Yeah, that one's not
Try the second one.
That's fusion.
Johnny Circuit's humming in the heat of July. Junior's coding rhythm, reaching for the sky. Aki and Saltfish on the virtual plate. Teaching online, we're feeling so great.
That's a Shonda Paul rhythm.
Okay. It sounds like a foreigner writing music for
Yeah,
Jamaica.
right?
It sounds like a
Yeah.
German.
An accent person, and no.
Not
Yeah.
bad though.
Yep,
Thank you for
yep.
introducing us to it.
So
Yeah,
anyway, you're kind of getting the idea that writing songs using Suno is there's actually some similarities to writing to a band in a garage, right? You stop and you say, wait a minute, let's tweak this, and you change it, and this is all text based. It's not like you're not changing the notes. You eventually you'll be able to go into the finished product and say, yeah, let's go with a C instead of a D if you're an advanced user of Suno. But musicians and non-musicians alike can use this software to create some really spectacular music. And so it's definitely going to shake up the music business. And I'll bet you there are Grammy-winning songs that this software rolls out in the next year or two. So
Yeah.
a couple of things I just want to make a tech note that the AI is using the bark model for the vocals and the chirp for the instrumentals. So I know that doesn't mean anything to anybody, but those are the models that are being used. There's also an instrumental, right? You can write stuff without lyrics. Did you see instrumental in there somewhere, Junior?
yeah, the instrumentals
Selections.
here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you write instrumental, it'll play music without lyrics, which you might want to use if you're creating music for a study hall or just to listen to. I mean, think about it. You don't need to go and have a professional musician provide you your music anymore. You can provide your own music,
I'm
and
writing.
everybody will have their own soundtrack.
Yep. So Johnny, I'm actually doing the example that you put inside the thing. It's our last 10 credits. So it was a folk song with acoustic guitar and soft vocals, and we actually wrote the lyrics. We didn't actually do this one. It's Jamaican beat with the best on earth, Rasta rhymes with pure musical worth. AI Junior here with Grammy dreams, crafting hits with island gleams. So let's see what this produced.
Jamaica's beat, the best on earth. Rasta rhythms, pure musical worth. Yeah, Junior's here with Grammy dreams, crafting hits with island gleams.
That's pretty good. Let's hear the next
Yeah.
one.
Jamaica's beat, the best on earth. Rasta rhythms, pure musical worth. AI Junior's here with Grammy dreams, crafting hits with island gleams.
That's pretty cool. John, you want to close out with one of your songs?
Yeah, but let me just say something about that lyrics. There's one thing when you say, give me a country song or a folk song or whatever, and it writes a song, it's kind of like listening to a song that somebody else wrote. In this case, AI wrote it. But when you put in your own lyrics and they're personalized and they have your name and they have your city and stuff, and you listen to a song, that's music making because it's your lyrics. And so I would highly recommend the custom mode and going back and forth between your large language model, or maybe you can write them in here. But writing songs where you write and tweak the lyrics, because when it's playing the song, you can change the lyrics and say, create it again, change the lyrics, create it again, and you write it until the lyrics are exactly what you want. So yeah, that's it. So I've covered most of the basics. So you can go to Suro and play. The couple things I didn't cover today is that songs are limited to 4 minutes, but if you have the paid version, you can extend to a song and make it longer. And there's also a version where you can do integration with other songwriters. So two people can write a song together, both logged in. That's sharing and classroom mitigation. We didn't cover either one of those. So I do want to talk about the songs that I've written using this. I'm just going to tell you, I wrote a song when I turned 32 years sober, 32 years of living a clean and sober lifestyle. I wrote a song to commemorate that. It's pretty awesome. I wrote a tribute from my mom to my dad that she wrote from 20 years beyond the grave, which was a huge hit. I wrote a song for my dad's 90th birthday called Hey Buckle Meal, Here's to You. I wrote a song for my wife and I's 15th wedding anniversary. I wrote a song to the 19 soldiers who died in the Battle of Mogadishu, depicted in the movie Black Hawk Down. And I wrote a song called Bruce Bryan for President, which is my buddy who was in prison for 19 years. We're trying to convince him to run for president. And we wrote a song saying that he's the next Nelson Mandela and we should elect him. Which of these songs would you like to hear as we exit from the classroom today?
For me, the last one. Sorry, go ahead. Which one, Sue wants?
I have a question. With
Sure.
AI, it looks like the music industry is in trouble because nobody is gonna have to sit there with pen and paper, think about lyrics and all of that. And what is gonna happen is there is nobody that can sue anybody. You just do
Oh, there'll be
something.
lots of lawsuits. There'll be lots of stuff. So just to be clear, traditional musicians are in trouble. Music's not in any trouble at all. Music, you're going to have more music than we know what to do with. We're going to be choking on music. So many people are going to be producing music because now anybody can write a song, a good song. And you don't have to spend 10 years learning how to play the piano or the saxophone or the harp. You just say, I want to write a harp song, and here are the lyrics, and then they play it for you, and then you tweak the lyrics until you get it just right. I mean, now I imagine you'll still, for a while, you'll be able to tell the difference between a human written song and an AI written song, but eventually you'll be able to go to AI, write a song that sounds like it's written by a human, and it'll be indistinguishable. So that's real.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm writing these songs that I wrote, they sound real to me. Did we choose one?
Well, yeah, definitely. But you did make Sue's point, though. The point is that musicians, maybe like you said, music is not in trouble, but a lot of musicians are. I mean, when you look at the market, it's dominated by a lot of superstar musicians. We all know their names and stuff like that. And as you said, your daughter is writing song for her sister, so it's Yeah, it is what it is. It's
I mean,
what comes with it.
the horse and buggy drivers were in trouble when the car came out, and they managed to find something else to do.
Well, they're gonna be in trouble. So we're gonna take over the
I know
music
there's a, I know there's a job. I know there's a job at the AT&T store, and I know Junior's not going to fill it. So maybe the musicians can go work at the AT&T store.
That's right. Sue and I are gonna write our songs.
John and I will write a song.
All right, Johnny, play your song. We'd love to hear
All right,
the
we're
one
gonna
about
play.
the-
We're gonna play this song called "My Name Is Bruce." My name is Brian. My name is Bruce.
Okay.
And he's a friend of mine that spent 29 years in prison. He came
That's
out.
cool.
I became friends. He was fully exonerated. He served for a crime he didn't commit, and now we want him to run for president. So we wrote a song. You roll us out with that.
I was just another kid in 93, that's when I went in. Stuff like this is common if you're poor and have my skin. Served 29 years, missed my whole life, my family and my father's last day. God, don't make me serve this wrong full time. Please make this time serve me, amen. In Jesus' holy name. God heard my prayer, changed my heart, my core, my soul. Washed away the thoughts of hate, vengeance, he made me whole. Fill me with his love and mercy that shine through those prison walls. Let me serve the world I vow, let my worst days serve your will. My name is Brian, my name is Bruce. If I'ma be in jail for something I didn't do, not gonna serve that time, let that time serve me. When the prayers got answered and I walk free, 29 years prepping to be the next Mandela, who you, not me. So where's that torch, cat, give it to me. I'm ready to get dedicated. For every hour I served, another convict gets exonerated. If I ever run for president, I'll probably get elected to foster unity and justice and free the wrongfully convicted. I never had a chance to serve my country. Walk down the aisle with my woman or have a family. Decades of incarceration, making me a man to change a nation. Joe Rogan ain't the only one who knows who I am. I got Jesus in my heart, my family and a plan. I miss my friends that made me who I am in prison. I pray that I make the right decisions to carry out this vision. My name is Brian, my name is Bruce. If I'ma be in jail for something I didn't do, not gonna serve that time, let that time serve me. When the prayers got answered and I walked free, 29 years prepping to be the next Mandela, who you, not me. So where's that torch, God, give it to me. I'm ready to get dedicated. For every hour I served, another convict gets exonerated. So vote for Bruce to be the revolutionary president, to foster unity and justice and free the wrongfully convicted. Nelson Mandela, I'm Bruce, I'll keep it going. Chains can free the wrongfully bound. As dope has lost hope and freedom is found with Tata's heart will heal these states. And Mandela with Madiba faith, I'd serve those 29 years again to honor you, my kindred friend. My name is Brian, my name is Bruce. If I'ma be in jail for something I didn't do, ain't gonna serve that time, let that time serve me. When the
Wow.
prayers got answered and I walk free, 29 years prepping to be the next Mandela, who you, not me. So where's that torch, God, give it to me.
What do y'all think?
Excellent.
It was very touching too. So I see
Very
what you're
touching.
talking. Yeah, talk about writing your own lyrics because we all have a story that we can tell. So that's really profound. But the it also has a nice like a hip hop kind of beat and a flair, you know,
So
which
I'm
is
not a lyricist. I'm certainly not a hip hop writer, but I use that tool to write a song that has really good lyrics and a really good hip hop feel and a really powerful message.
yeah.
You can
And
make some money off that
you
song,
we
Johnny.
get Joe Rogan to play that on his show, and I think we will because he's already brought Bruce onto his show. And if Bruce even throws his hat in the ring for run for president, Joe Rogan is going to play that music. And that's amazing for a guy like me with no musical experience to be able to write a song that the whole world might hear.
You probably could also try to get it published too, because it's pretty good. You know, you never know. It might just climb the
Got a few
charts.
tweaks. I've got a few tweaks. I think it went too long. I did a couple of repeats of the chorus. When you said wow a little bit early, it should have ended when you said wow. That was a good place to end it. I added another verse.
That was a good cue for real.
Yeah. Good feedback. Well, thank you. This was probably one of the best classes. I don't know. They keep getting better every time.
We're
Yeah,
s-
that gets better.
1%. This is season 2. We learned from season 1 and we're getting better.
I feel bad for those who missed the class, honestly. It's starting to feel sorry.
Yeah. Where's
It's okay.
Chris? Chris not on air today?
We can
It's-
talk about that offline, but this was an awesome
Oh,
class, guys. All right.
it
Thank-
was.
Yeah, it was, guys.
All right.
Sign
And
us
Gonna
off,
write
brother.
catch you guys in the
I'm
next
dying to see what the video is to sign us off.
catch you guys in the next one.
All righty.
Welcome to Season 2 of Airhead Institute, your 45-minute power up at noon, Eastern. This isn't just another class. It's your daily edge in the AI revolution. From side hustles to scam protection, from ChatGPT hacks to the rise of the machines. We're breaking it all down, fast, fun, and fearless. You don't need to be a tech genius. You just need to show up. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI will. Let's get into it.